Welcome back, another week at the Crown. It's Thursday, it's our site visits. We're up on the top floor, and as you can see behind me, we are really cracking on now. The guys have got the first of the kitchenettes in. All of the units are in each of the rooms on the top floor. It's had its second coat of the plaster, that's all been sanded down, and it's now had the first coat of the paint, which has also been sprayed on. Lots of interest in the spray plastering from last week. If you haven't seen that, check out the short video that Lucy did last week on that. Also, just come through here, and Lucy's just going to poke her head out the window with the camera and just show you just how close you are to the train station here. So you can just see at the end of that road where those cars are, that is the train station, and you've got Dunelm there, you've got the town centre, and if you were to go round the corner to the right again, then you've got also the bus station and the town centre. So it just gives you an idea of just how central this property is to Nuneaton town. It's ready for when people want to work here, live here, work in Birmingham, work in London. We've already got a couple of our existing tenants who've contacted us because they work in London and they want to be near the train station, so it's ideal for that. Come on through and have a look at the rest of the progress. So we've now got, that's the hob that's going in the kitchenette as well. As we come through here, we've got the mint sauce, first mist coat paint on the wall that Furniture Property have chosen. As we come in now, you can see the guys are just putting this set of units in. This is slightly smaller than that room, but still room for all the amenities according to the council standards. And then as we come up through this way, again, just lots of the same progress this week on this floor. Lots of kitchen units being built, all in that room there. The plasterers are now currently on the first floor, so whatever happened last week up here is now happening on the next floor down. You can see here lots of units and things from Howden's being delivered, ready to be put together. The plumbing and the heating is probably a couple of weeks away from being fired up and operational. So really great progress on the top floor. We'll just have a quick look down now at the next floor down.
Hi everybody, so we are now down on the second floor and there has been fantastic progress. As Russ was saying, upstairs, now down on this floor, we are completely coated with our first coat of spray plaster with the white pigment in. So he will come back now, this has to dry, and then he will do his second coat, and then he will sand it down. That whole process takes about a week in total, and then the decorators can follow by spraying on the mist coat. And then obviously they were doing the kitchenettes upstairs, as we showed you. They'll then move down to this level, and then we then move the plasterer down, the decorator down, the carpenter down, and then we can finish all of those bits on each floors. And then we can look at obviously getting the flooring in, finishing the second fix and all of that kind of stuff. As you can see on this floor, we've got a lot of sanitary ware that's been delivered that's going to be installed into the en-suites. If you just, Russ sticks the camera out there, you can see this side of the finished flat roof. We had an inspection yesterday from our project administrator having a look at the finish of that. And then as we come along here, as I said, you know, we've now got this coat of the first coat of plaster on. We've got the mechanism there that does all the spraying, all very clever. We're all really, really impressed with the finish of everything on here. And then, as I said, all hallways are done, all rooms are done in here. And then we've got, so we've got this hatch that's been left as an inspection hatch should we need to get in and have a look at the boiler. So really, really great progress on here. What will be happening, as I said, is upstairs. The next, they're going to be coming down to this floor, and then they're going to be coming down to the ground floor. So as always, we'll keep you updated on what we're doing, how we're progressing and what's happening. Like and subscribe to the page, of course, for updates on this project and a whole host of other projects we've got going on.
We're on the ground floor now, and we're on the left-hand front corner as you look at the building. You can see these lovely big windows letting all the light in. If you've followed our previous videos on YouTube, you'll know that this is one of the rooms that was affected by the flood at the weekend. You can see the floor is already dried out. We've got some dehumidifiers on the way, but you can already see the plasterboard with the black spot mould starting to come through. So we'll be, the guys will be cutting all of the plasterboard off, replacing that, taking out the insulation that's behind here to make sure we have no issues going forwards. But down here, everything, we're finishing off the first fix down here, so that we get to the same stage as where the floor above was a week or two ago. And then as we come down into the ground floor communal kitchen diner, so we can now see this space, all the brickwork pretty much has come out that's coming out. All of this has been metal framed. And then we've got, this is the offending leak location. We're trying to work out exactly what's gone on. The stop tap was turned off and the water was still coming. So a bit of a conversation with Severn Trent to be had this week about what's gone on and how do we fix it? How do we make sure it doesn't happen? Because can you imagine if this is all decked out, kitchen there, sofa here, carpets are down, tenants living in the building, and the same thing happens, will be an absolute disaster. So we're obviously wanting and working with the contractor to make sure that there's going to be no issues going forward. The way it was handled, everybody responded quickly, people come out straight away. These things happen on site. It's about how you deal with it. And that's, been super impressed by that, how that was handled. So, we move forward. We've got great progress, as you've seen earlier, on the top floors. And this won't be far behind. So subscribe to our channel, keep watching for future updates, and we'll see you next week when we'll have a lot more paint on the walls, a lot more board on the walls, and we'll be another great big step forward at the Crown.